My name is Renee Silvester and I am the Sport and Recreation Engagement Lead at Mount Roskill Grammar School. Mount Roskill Grammar School has been involved with Sport Auckland since 2020 in the capacity of the Sport Engagement Lead and Sport and Recreation Engagement Lead role. The mahi impacts the rangatahi by creating more opportunities for the students. So in my role, we look at it in two ways. It's to get inactive students active and providing them opportunities that they aren't involved in already. The work has improved the confidence of the students because it gives them an opportunity to meet new students. So we get lots of students who come along that haven't really found their friendship groups quite yet. So the cool thing about the activities is they come along, they mix and mingle, we force them into teams with students. So they're meeting lots of new people. Another thing is that we had a focus on Year 9s this term and this year. So a lot of the Year 9s have to wait until term 2 or 3 to get involved in sports, or term 4 for their summer sports. So what we did is we put on a bunch of Year 9 focused stuff. So we did futsal for the football kids, so they didn't have to wait until term 2. And then we had a social badminton club. The cool thing about it is there was a few kids that were like, I don't want to do badminton in any kind of environment. One of their friends brought them along and now they're in some of our competition teams. The biggest skill that I think we've developed is leadership. Our sessions aren't very skill focused and based because the students didn't want that. They wanted just social, casual and to be in charge of it. So what happens a lot of the time is some of the senior students will jump on a court with our junior students and teach them a few skills and the rules of the games. And it's been quite cool seeing some students who aren't necessarily leaders in our school, so they aren't prefects or anything like that, but there have been some of the students who have been the greatest with the junior kids. Another thing that has seen the leadership involved is they've taken leadership in our actual ideas. So they've come up and wanted to do tournaments, they've presented ideas for lunchtimes, for holiday activities. Another skill that I've seen improve is the fitness centre. We open it as much as possible, and before I think it was open about twice a week after school. We've tried to get it open most lunchtimes. I learnt that the relationships we have with students are very important, so they need to buy into the role and almost buy into the person who's doing it. You need to build the consistency with them and the trust. A thing that went well is I think I didn't promise things that I didn't think I could do. Another thing I learnt is there are many different barriers of students not participating in sports. So you've got the ones of cost and time, but I think the one that came up quite a lot was they hadn't done it before and they didn't want to do it in a group of students that had already done it. So that's why lots of them wanted to do stuff in social settings and then do it in competition teams. But there was also body image issues, so we have girls only sessions, junior only sessions, so we try to cater to the barriers and removing them. So we've got some who are gender neutral and we don't have teams that cater to that currently. So they got to come to sessions that were just Skittle kids and there was no boys or girls, so we removed that barrier and they seem to like it and want to continue it. The person in the role needs to adapt to the students' needs and demands, and I think you just need to be able to listen to the students and go with what they want. There's no point putting on something that I want to do and no kid's going to come to. I'd just like to say thank you to Sport Auckland for their support in the role.